Can you remember a time in your life when you were not this way? Whatever this way means to you?
I mean, I really cannot. I've always been an anxious kid. Like, I've already opened up more to you than I have him. And I do wonder to myself why I have such an aversion to therapy that it's easier to call in to a lizard.
Call from
Zemblanity.
Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Who is this?
This is Zemblanity.
Zimblanity? Have we
Yes.
spoken before, Zimblanity?
No, this is my first time.
What's up, Zimblanity? What's going on with you?
I don't really know. I do wonder to myself why I have such an aversion to therapy that it's easier to call in to a lizard.
Okay, and in that wondering as to why you have such an aversion to therapy that you call a lizard, what sorts of observations have you made or conclusions have you inched towards?
I think it's just anxiety, you know? But I don't know how to fix it, and I'm hoping that maybe you could do that for me.
I can't promise I can do anything for you, but I will try. I will talk with you about it. What are you anxious about?
I mean, everything. I'm like shaking on this phone call right now.
Okay.
That
All right.
makes me nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what.
How old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay.
I
Have
should
you- have
not
you-
be this way.
Well, I wouldn't jump to that conclusion. How long have you been this way, as you say?
It's been years, man.
Can you remember a time in your life when you were not this way? Whatever this way means to you?
Yeah. I mean, I really cannot. It's, I've always been an anxious kid. Now I'm an anxious, non-binary individual.
All right, you were an anxious kid. Now you feel like you're an anxious adult.
Yeah, I've tried medications, meditations. They didn't really help.
Okay. Well, I'll ask you a few questions. Do you think your anxiety is rooted in the future, or are you dwelling upon the past, or is something about the present giving you anxiety? Where is the anxiety, or is the answer just all three?
I mean, it really would be all three. I mean, I guess not the past, because I really just kind of I just let things go. But I'm constantly worried about recently, if I'm going to finish my apprenticeship. I'm worried about my friends, what they think about me, if I'm doing right by them, if I'm a good dad, just all the things.
You have a kid.
Yeah, I do.
How old's your kid?
She is 8.
8?
8, yes.
8. Wonderful. Do you have a significant other of some kind?
I do. I have my partner Drew. He's amazing. He's a good boy.
Okay. And is Drew did you guys do like an artificial insemination thing? Is he?
Oh no. So basically, before I discovered that I was queer, I had been in a really abusive relationship for years. I did feel at some point that my only way out of this relationship was through my daughter, my now daughter. That's a whole bag of worms.
Your now daughter was like you were in a relationship with somebody and that woman is that the mother of your daughter?
Yes.
Okay. Is she in your life in any way, shape, or form, or?
We have like a shared parenting thing going through a custody, whatever right now. I'm trying to get full custody. It's not looking good. Ohio's a mother state, as they say.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so how often do you get to see your daughter?
It really just depends. My ex is, she thinks that like a long-winded text messages with grammatically correct spelling is a legal document. So sometimes I get to see her every weekend, and then sometimes I'm just sitting around hanging out, and then I get a big text message at like 2 a.m. that says, I so-and-so no longer agree to our inherent parenting agreement, and you won't be getting her these days. And that's not how that works, but going to court costs like a lot of money.
Yeah. What do you do?
Right now, I am on disability because of the anxiety, and I am trying to do a piercing apprenticeship at a tattoo shop, and I hope that works out. I'm hoping I can claw my way off of disability with the apprenticeship, but we'll see.
And what does Drew do?
Drew is a tattoo artist. He's an illustrator. He watches dogs. He's really just kind of caught up in the gig economy right now.
So, all right. So, because you're on disability, I assume you at one point did have to go to a doctor or a psychiatrist or a therapist of some kind and get like medically diagnosed with something. Is that true?
Yeah.
What were you medically diagnosed with?
I was diagnosed with the severe anxiety, the severe depression. Like I said, this is things that have been happening like since I was a child, and it's like it is debilitating. But I'm trying my best.
Okay. And you said you would. So tell me again why you feel more comfortable talking to me about all these things instead of talking to an actual therapist.
Yeah, so I don't know. Something I don't know, maybe something about the suit kind of takes the power away, the seriousness of it.
But does it make it, this is other people are listening right now. Does that make you more anxious or less anxious? Do you not care about that?
To me, those are just numbers on a screen. I know my friend is listening right now.
Okay.
And that makes me anxious because I know that they can hear me.
Okay.
So,
but you wanted to talk but you still feel comfortable enough with them hearing you that you're doing it.
Yeah, they've heard about these things before. I wouldn't have talked about these if it was a thing that I wasn't comfortable with them hearing specifically. But say, like, if somebody else, figures out, or, someone else in my life, that would probably cause anxiety. I don't want to feel like I'm, like, trauma dumping to my friends.
Sure. Okay. Can you not afford to see a real therapist?
So, since I'm on disability, I'm on the Medicaid. So,
sweet.
I just started. I just got a new therapist last week, but it is. I don't know. Like, I've already opened up more to you than I had him, and it's. I don't know. It's. There's like fight, flight, freeze, and fawn, and I just like the freeze.
Okay. Well, did the doctors gave you medication, and you tried that. They probably told you to fucking do some kind of meditation thing, and you tried that, and nothing worked.
Yeah, that's I'm doing medication right now. I don't feel that it's working. I've honestly had more success with microdosing mushrooms.
Oh, cool.
LSD.
Cool.
Not that I think that's a good idea.
How did those make you feel?
Honestly, my first time microdosing the LSD, it blew my mind. I felt like I went from like some autistic, anxiety-riddled person to just being a normie.
Yeah. You went from 4chan to Pinterest.
I really did. Yeah, this was my white girl summer.
Nice. Okay, and then like, here's the thing with drugs. I thought about this. Last time I tripped shrooms. Drugs are like that scene in the Breakfast Club. Have you ever seen the movie The Breakfast Club?
Yeah.
All right, so when you take mushrooms or LSD, you have that like, oh, I know I have this epiphany and that epiphany, and I feel this and I feel that, and everything feels like it makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So it's like that scene in the Breakfast Club where the nerd, is talking to all the other people, and he's like, "So, Monday morning, are we still gonna be friends? Did any of this matter?"
Yeah.
So sober you right now talking to me. Have you retained any of those epiphanies? Did any of them matter or affect life after the trip?
I mean, in ways, yeah, because I feel like it lowered my defenses or gave me the courage or whatever to take steps towards bettering myself and bettering like my life. I was microdosing when I was able to like ask my friend for a piercing apprenticeship, and I'm really putting my eggs in this basket because I'm hoping to start making money and be able to save and stuff. I wouldn't have been able to put a foot forward if it wasn't for like the strength, the wall or whatever that the microdosing gave to me.
Okay, that's great. That's good. So you're on and how long ago was that you were trying out this and doing all these things?
I mean, I've been microdosing for like a year now, I think.
All right. Is your life better today than it was a year ago?
For sure.
Fantastic. Okay, you're on an upwards trajectory. You're a positive stock.
I hope so.
Yeah. No, I think you are. All right, so you're in a piercing apprentice?
Yes.
Okay. And in your anxiety riddled brain, what is the anxiety over the piercing apprentice?
It's honestly, it's just, I don't know. It's a bunch of, it's just drama. It's like, everybody's mad at this person, that person's mad at this person. I feel like I'm going to get swept under the rug because of these things.
Really?
Yeah.
You said you said it's funny, you said I shouldn't be this way at 30. I don't think 30 is too old. 30 is not too old to have anxiety by any means, but it's too old to engage in drama in any way, shape, or form. Maybe I wouldn't say. I don't want to put an age thing to it at all, but You shouldn't be. Why? In what way are you engaging in this drama?
So I'm not engaging in it. So basically, my mentor, shows up late, stuff like that. Her car breaks down. People get upset with her. I feel like maybe there's some residual upsetness aimed at her that's being placed on me because I'm an apprentice. I feel like maybe they're not taking me seriously, or they feel that I'm not serious about it. I'm not trying to engage in drama. I just, I know drama happens, and like sometimes it boils down to like playing both sides of the fence, and I just want everybody to get along and have a nice time.
What's the version of this that involves you spending 100% of your time dedicated to just learning how to get better at your piercing and tattooing? And not thinking about anything outside of that?
I guess, I don't know. I don't know what the, I'm trying my best to do that as it is.
Okay, good. Okay, you're trying your best to focus on how you can just do the job instead of worrying about, what the hell's going on between your mentor and the other person. And then what else? You have this crazy ex-wife scenario. I'm sorry about that. That's really, really, really tough.
It's white trash.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
That's all right. You were worrying about it whether or not you were a good father.
Yeah.
Why are you worried about that?
I feel like because of like the autism, because of the anxiety, the depression, I feel like there are people in my life, and that are also in her life, that infantilize me when it comes to being a father, and I feel like I'm constantly just questioned on whether or not I'm able to do this.
Okay, so what does that have to? I hope this question makes sense, but what does that have to do with you?
So maybe I'll try to explain it better.
What I mean by that is you're wondering whether or not I asked you why you think you're not a good father, and you responded by talking about other people's opinions of you and the way that other people are treating you, which but I want to hear about what you think about yourself, not what other people think about you as a father. But are those opinions getting through to you, and now you're kind of infantilizing yourself?
I mean, maybe. I mean, you hear things about yourself so much that eventually you start to believe it.
Okay.
So I think I'm just doing my best, and that's all you can do. But I'm constantly worried if that's enough.
Great. So if you think take the external. If you think you're doing the best that you can do to be a father, then why are you anxious about whether or not you're a good father? Just because other people are treating you like a baby because you have autism?
I mean, yeah, it's also we dealing with court stuff right now.
Yeah.
So I recently had to get a guardian ad litem for the custody battle thing, and it's basically a lawyer who comes and visits both houses and determines which parent is better for the child's well-being.
Yeah.
And my house, it's just me in a 2-bedroom apartment. It's just me and my daughter. And at her mother's house, there's like 15 people in this house. One of the guys is a known predator. She's got my daughter and like 4 other kids living in an unfinished basement. And like the guardian came to both our houses and then like decided that like my place wouldn't be suitable to raise the child here because my house was disorganized.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I'm sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, but I obviously, you know, we're not gonna be able to like fix everything or anything. I don't know if this conversation has been remotely helpful for you, but at least in terms of like just to start off, just as like a foundation of something, at least in terms of like what you can and cannot control in this situation, I hope that you take control of like your own perspective on yourself and wrestle it away from this idea that you're a bad father, because you're trying your best, and you know you're trying your best. You said it yourself. So
yeah,
I hope you're not torturing yourself in that way, and that you maintain and you know that you are a good father because you're trying your best. And even these things that are, you know, that you didn't choose, that are, you know, like depression and anxiety, you know, you're not a bad father because you have depression and anxiety. You're a good father because you're fighting against those things with active effort because you care. And that's the most important thing, is that you care and you're trying. So I hope you understand that. And that you're not, you know, suffering more in your own brain internally on top of the external suffering. Does any of that make sense or resonate with you in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts about any of that?
I mean, yeah, I'm trying. That's why, like, the court and stuff is, you know, I'm going through with that, and you know, I've done all that I could do, and I'm doing all that I could do. I just hope that, like, when my daughter gets older, she sees that.
Do you... I don't know, man. I don't know. Is there any other aspect of this that you wanted to talk about specifically?
No, I think I'm good.
Was this helpful in any way, shape, or form for your life?
I hope so. I mean, this was like, you know, just, I had a lot of anxiety about making this call, and the fact that I did, like, I'm, you know, and I didn't just like hang up, you know, that's
okay.
I'm impressed with myself over that.
Give yourself some fucking credit. That's the thing. Give yourself some credit. Dude, if you take one thing away from this call, I just hope you give yourself some credit, because you're fighting. You have all these like things that you're fighting against internally, but you're fighting against them, right? You have debilitating anxiety, but yet you picked up the phone and you called, or you didn't just sit around and succumb to your issues. Even if there are some or most days that you do, you tried, and I hope you look at evidence that exists that you tried your best, and I hope you internalize it, because the stories that we fucking tell ourselves, and they're important. What's your name again?
Zimblanity.
Zimblanity. Did you pick that name for yourself?
I did pick that name.
What does that mean? What is that from?
So Zimblanity is the opposite of serendipity.
I do. You know what? I totally thought that was just a word that you made up.
No.
Zimblanity, it's the opposite of security?
Of serendipity.
It's the opposite of serendipity.
Yeah.
Okay, so what define serendipity for me?
So serendipity is like a wonderful thing. It's like a stroke of genius, like a muse, like it's. And Zimblanity is like something that's unwanted but inevitable, like a grandma dying.
Why did you name yourself that?
I just thought it sounded pretty. I don't know.
Sorry, I don't mean to make fun of the name that you chose for yourself, but it sounds negative.
No, it sounds negative, but like I thought it sounded pretty. I'd like for people to hear that and then think of something positive. I think the people who are in my life hear Zimblanity and think of me and the good times we have together.
Okay, all right. So you're taking Zimblanity back. You're flipping it.
Yeah.
You're making Zimblanity into serenity.
Yes.
All right, I respect that. Zimblanity, anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
Yeah. I've been reading the chat as we've been having this talk. This chat is wonderful. If it's okay, I'd like to give a shout out to my friend, if that's fine.
Yeah, who's your friend?
My friend is Kat Bogart. Could I plug their Instagram, or is that?
Do they want you to plug their Instagram? Because a bunch of people might send them links to weird Bitcoin addresses and shit.
I mean, they would probably appreciate it.
What do they do? What's the Instagram?
They're a tattoo artist, so it's their professional page.
All right, sure.
It's Kat Bogart. Their page is Kat Bogart Inc. They are an amazing person. They're my favorite artist. They're all around a good bean.
Do you know this person?
I do. It's Kat with a K.
Okay. All right, we'll check them out. Well, the thing is, I don't know. If it's your thing, it's like, all right, well, yeah, all right, we'll check that out. Someone will go on Instagram and look at it and go like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, somebody added it in the chat.
Z, have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, man. I do feel that this helped.
Okay, good. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm glad.
Huh.
Take care, Z.
You too.
All right, doing some real therapy at Therapy Gecko. Trying our best. Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. Dude, I don't know. Sometimes I really with that whole thing of like I'm off and on about the whole thing of like I want to call you because I can't call a real therapist. Like, there's lots of days and times where that makes me uncomfortable, but there's also like a lot of days and times where I'm like, you know what? Let me give it a try. Fuck it, why not? Let me give it a try. Let's dive in. Fuck it. Sometimes I feel that way. I feel that way when I get really sad. When I get really like, if I'm walking into this thing and I'm sad myself, I'm like, oh, you got like a real serious, sad, dire thing. Yes, let's talk about it. Let's get into yours. I feel more. So and then I feel confident. I'm like, all right, maybe I can, do something. Try to. But then there's a lot of times where I'm like, fuck, man, I don't know what the fuck I signed up for. But that didn't feel like that. That didn't feel like that. I liked talking to Z. But next time we'll do more diarrhea stuff. Haven't had diarrhea stuff in a while, actually. And to be honest, if I had to choose between a podcast of all diarrhea stuff and all heavy stories, I'd go with the heavy stories because I can only do so much diarrhea. So I don't know. I'm just being a gecko and doing a podcast. Sweet.
Call from
Nicolas.
Hello?
Hey, what's up? What? Wait, am I on the show?
You're on the show. What's up, man? What's your name?
Oh man, I'm Nick. That's crazy. How are you doing?
Nick, I'm doing okay. I'm hanging in there. What's going on with you?
Oh my god, dude, this is crazy. I'm chilling with my two friends on Discord, and I just started watching the stream, and I was like, oh man, we should all call, and we were like, nah, we're not gonna call. So we didn't really watch too much of the show. I mean, I'm a big fan, but my friend doesn't watch. We're gonna call, but dude, I'm like super stoned. But I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was a little stoned earlier. I was actually right before I never, dude. All right, I gotta be honest with you guys. I never do this, and I talk about how I never do this. I can't talk about how I never do it anymore because I've started not doing it all the time. But like I've done a couple of these recording sessions. Like the past two of them, I was like, fuck it, let me And again, it's been 3 years. I never do this, but I was like, "Fuck it, let me just get high, and talk and just do the stream." And I did it high, and I had a great time. I was up for like 5 hours, fucking talking to people, and it was great. Which, by the way, is the worst thing that could possibly happen, because do you know what happens if you don't? You know what happens if you live stream yourself as a gecko talking to people sober for 3 years, and then you do it high once? And it goes well. Do you know what happens, Nick?
I think you might turn into a gecko.
That's a good one. I like that. But what happens is you go, oh, that was so great. You know what I should do? I should get high every time I go to record my show. And so this is high recording session number 2. We're about 2 hours into this though, so I'm kind of on like the come down from weed is pretty bad. That's what I'm on right now. I actually thought for a second, I'm looking at my little vape pen right now, and I thought for a second about hitting it before talking to you. So then you're stoned, and I could have been like, oh, I'm stoned too. What's up, man? But
hey, man, it's not too late to hit that blinker.
I don't know. You don't want to make it a habit, right? Because then I'm gonna start. I've been getting high too much. I've been crossing boundaries that I had set. I had set certain boundaries of like, oh, I won't do it this day, or I won't do it, in the mornings, or when I have this to do or that to do. But I've started crossing these boundaries. It's hard because what I want so badly, I want to be. Seth Rogen talks about how he will get high and go into these multi-million-dollar movie pitches and stuff like that. I think I've told this story. I've probably told this story on the podcast before, but I had a friend. I was hanging out with my friend's brother. We were visiting him in New York, and he was trying to be an actor. And he was in New York, auditioning. And he was telling us about this audition he was going to. And he's like, yeah, this is a huge part. If I book this commercial, it's gonna be a ton of money, and it's really important. And this is a dream gig, and I really, really hope I get it. And then right before he leaves to this audition that he's talking about how important it is, he just takes the biggest bong rip I've ever seen. And he walks out the door to this fucking audition, and I'm like, I wish I could do that so badly. I wish I could like just smoke weed like it was nothing, and it just made my life easy and fun all the time. And it's like a roll of the dice, man. Because like last, the other night when I did this stream, it was great. It was a great 5 hours, and it did do that. It did what I always wanted to do, just make things feel a little more easy and fun. But it doesn't always do that. And you can't always count on it doing that every single time. Because if you do, then you'll run into so many times where I'll think it's gonna do that, and then about a minute, once it starts really kicking in, I'm like, why the fuck did I just get high before going to the grocery store? That was a stupid idea. And now I'm walking around the grocery store forgetting why I came in and thinking about my life, and it was just stupid. So I do it because I want to be like my friend's brother. I want to have weed just be like a thing that makes my life better, but it's too much of a gamble. Has being stoned helped you enjoy my rambling at all? Or has it made it worse?
Oh, it's made it so much better. It's just, I feel like I can understand with you. You're rambling because I'm on like a very similar wavelength right now.
Yeah. Do you feel nervous at all? Do you feel anxious or paranoid that you sound stupid?
No, dude, I'm stupid. It's all right.
Are you still on Discord with your friends?
Yeah, I'm on Discord with my friends right now. I just stepped away from the computer so I can hear.
Okay, cool. I was hoping you weren't still having a conversation with them and me. That would be stupid. Well, all right, Nick.
Yeah, it's Nick.
Dude, it's okay if there's not. We can just sit in silence. I don't care.
Hey, do you play any video games?
Yeah, I play video games. I don't play like Valorant or any of like the online shit.
Have you heard of Dark and Darker?
Nope.
Oh my god. You have to play Dark and Darker.
Is it on the Nintendo Switch?
Oh, unfortunately not.
I am never, ever, ever going to play it.
Oh man. It's the worst game ever made, but it's amazing.
All right, well, you're really selling it. Was that what you want? I was gonna say before I whatever. Was there anything in particular you called in to want to talk about?
It's no, not exactly, but I could, I can talk to you about how much I love and hate this one game, Dark and Darker. It's very new, like early access game.
What other games do you play?
I play other games I hate, like Rust.
Why do you play so many games that you hate?
Oh, because there's like I play survival games, and so it's you and me. It's me and my best friend, and we play these games together. And it's us against the whole world. In Rust, it's this one game we play quite often. It's you have to you start off and you're on this island and you have a rock and you're naked, your dick is out and your balls are out, and everyone else around you is the same way, and you have to build a base, and then you get guns and you shoot people, and you take their bases and you blow into their bases and take all their shit, and the entire time they're trying to blow into your base and they're screaming at you that they're gonna get on the game when you're offline and take your stuff, so you can't sleep.
So much. That sounds like so much fun. Playing that game with your friends. That sounds like so much fucking fun. Damn. I wish I haven't really played games online with my friends. Dude, I really haven't done that since middle school. Or early high school. I haven't done that in over a decade. It's fun, man. It's fun. I mean, I'll play LAN shit, play some Mario Kart. I played a ton of Super Smash Bros. Melee in high school and college and a little bit after college, but I haven't played online in a while. That sounds so much fun. How old are you? Are you in college right now?
No, right now I'm not in college, and I'm 22.
Okay. What do you do with your life?
I make music, and I work at a pizza place.
You make music and you work at a pizza place?
Yeah.
Is the pizza any good?
No, it's the shittest pizza ever.
What's it called? What's the pizza place?
Oh no.
Is it a chain? Is it a chain? Is it a chain?
No, it's not a big chain. Well, it's
right,
like
you
a
don't have
little
to-
chain.
All right. You don't have to put it on blast, but
It has to do with New York, but it's not very good. But
okay.
I mean, it's good when I get it for free. But besides that,
Yeah.
it's pretty bad.
It's hard to fuck up pizza.
I disagree. I've seen us fuck up pizza. I've fucked up a lot of pizzas.
Yeah, do you deliver pizzas or do you make the pizzas?
I cut the pizza.
All right, so
I cut
you
the pizza
are
and I put it in a
involved.
box.
You have you fucked up a lot of pizzas cutting them stupidly?
Yeah, dude. Like, and it's not even this. Like, sometimes I just forget to cut them.
You
I just send out
forget
pizza.
to cut them?
Yeah, because you know.
Let me ask.
so
Let
one
me ask you a
time-
question before you answer the because. Do you get high at work?
I get high before work, and then I get high after work.
That's the most hilarious way of. No, I don't get high at work. I get high before work. It's different.
Yeah, because then I get to experience the the calm down, and then gradually I feel like I get better and better at my job.
Okay, I'm gonna challenge you. I don't think weed is making you better at your job. It might make your job
no, it's because
better for
I'm
you.
getting more sober.
Oh, okay. You're getting better. You're getting more sober as the night progresses.
Yeah, so then I get better and better. So at the end of the night, I close and I'm just like hyper aware.
Okay. You're 22. You like to get high. You work at a pizza place. There's a really funny Onion article that says something like, everyone involved in the manufacturing, delivery, and consumption of pizza extremely high. Whatever, I thought it was funny. Anyway, all right.
true.
So what? All right. So you work at a pizza place. You get high. You play video games with your friends. That sounds awesome. Honestly, it sounds pretty cool. Do you have higher aspirations, or are you set?
I really, really want to play music for people.
Okay. What kind of music do you make?
I really like jazz. I really love jazz, and I really love indie music. And I just want to make music that is very personal to myself. And I mean, I just love music so much, very much. It's always been an escape for me. So I don't know. I just want to make music that is solely me, and it's what I just create, what only I can create. Because I think that I know there's so many other artists, but I'm still myself, and only I can make music I can make, and I just want to make my jazz indie music.
That's a beautiful way of thinking about it. Making only what you can make. That's really how you should make stuff.
Yeah, so beautiful. Love music.
That's cool. I like that. You can make music from the unique perspective of a guy who likes to get high and play video games. No, I'm just fucking with you. What perspective do you make the music from?
I guess I think about music like I look at the perspective I take is I try to see the full image of a completed idea in my head, and then I try to break it down into its smaller individual parts and try to achieve the idea I had in my head.
Who do you like?
Oh,
Music.
I really like
who are your
Charlie
guys?
Parker.
Charlie Parker. Okay. Who
I
else?
really like Miles Davis.
Miles. All right, I like Miles. I don't know who Charlie Parker is, but I listen to a lot of Miles Davis.
Oh, he was so awesome. I was listening to. He just had a new remastered album come. I mean, like, well, he's dead, but they remastered one of his sessions not too long ago, and I've been listening to it, and it's super amazing. It's called I think Move. It's amazing.
Nice.
Oh no, second
Well,
time around. It's amazing.
Do you post shit? Do you make TikToks and whatever? Do you put things on the internet?
No, I don't. I think that's my problem.
Are you nervous?
Yeah, I do get nervous about it, but I'm trying to break out of my shell.
Are you nervous that the 12-year-old boys that you're gunning down in this video game are gonna find out that you make music and mass like 1-star it on whatever streaming service you put it on?
Now I am.
Oh, so you're nervous? What, is it like a thing of being
enemies.
perceived?
Not exactly.
Okay, so what's the issue?
I think it's just I've been working on getting to a level that is, I guess, good enough in my head, but I think that just keeps getting to a higher standard, and then I used to put myself down a lot, but I've tried to, how do you say, like, calm that down, which I have, and now I feel a lot more comfortable, and I've been a little bit more active in making music lately. You know, I've been creating more songs and really practicing more and playing and getting on Ableton and starting something a lot more often. And I have a new way of thinking about it, which isn't so hard on myself.
Are you enjoying the process?
Oh, I love it now.
Oh, okay. Well, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be better. You making music in your room and showing it to no one and enjoying doing that. You'll be happier than somebody who's like, just, I don't know, trying to get TikTok famous for the sake of getting TikTok famous. You know what I'm saying? So you're fine. You're gonna have a great life. I think you got it going on. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I do think so. I know I have amazing people in my life. Like, my best friends are listening to the show right now, and man, I love them so much. They're awesome.
That's cool, man. You're gonna get back there, and they're all gonna call you gay for saying that.
Yeah, they call me gay already. They're probably calling me gay this second.
Yeah, it's fair. Well, Nick.
So, Lyle.
Is there anything else you wanted to say before we get out of here?
I hope you hit that blinker.
What does that mean? Why have I been seeing that around?
Oh, because a blinker is when you hit your vape pen, and you hit it until the vape pen blinks, because it just can't power anymore.
I've never done that.
Lungs.
I don't want to do that. That sounds like too much.
It is too much.
But okay, thanks for explaining what that means. I was wondering what that meant. You do whatever with your life. Hey, how do I get free pizza from you?
Dude, I don't even get free pizza. I barely get free pizza. So,
right.
I mean, you can get it.
You don't have to actually give me an answer to that question. Nick, thank you very much for calling. Geck bless you, and enjoy your life. I'm jealous of you. You get to eat pizza and get high, and well, I guess I can do that too. All right. In fact, I'm gonna actually go do that.
I hope you enjoy that. Thank you.
Thanks, Nick. Take care.
Thank you for having me on. I really I love your show. You're my favorite streamer. I listen to every single one of your episodes.
Oh shit.
Dude, your show is amazing.
Thanks, man.
What you do for people is just awesome. The people
Thanks,
you have
man.
on really give me different perspectives, and after watching your show, I think about some things, very, how do you say, very niche topics very differently and openly, and I really appreciate your show for that.
Thanks, man. That makes me feel very happy to hear. I'm always wondering if people are listening to this, so I appreciate it, man. I really do. Good luck to you. Good luck to in your life. Damn, I'm fucking awkward. I wish I had a better. I really do appreciate you saying what you said, and I'm thinking like, what's the best, most gracious way to respond to you?
You know what you can
being
say?
Nice to me.
You can say "Ya tú sabes."
Ya tú sabes. What does that mean? That
Ya
means
tú
yes, I know.
sabes. That means
should ask
you already know.
Oh, ya tú sabes.
Ya tú sabes.
Soy la rana de la playa, baby. Oh yeah.
Ya tú sabes. Dale.
Adios.
Adios, dale.
Call from
Haley.
Hello.
Hello,
What's your name?
Haley.
What's up, Haley? How's life?
It's all right.
Is there any particular aspect of it or of anything that you wanted to talk about tonight?
I didn't. Nothing specifically. I just wanted to chat.
Okay. Well, you said that your life could be better.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. Well, what would make it better?
Just like a better job and an apartment, just shit like that.
What do you do now as a job?
I work at a zoo.
That sounds like a cool job. Actually, no, that sounds like a horrible job.
But it's fun. It's just like we're under like a new employment people system, so it like sucks hard right now.
Have the pigs taken over the farm? Is your boss a giraffe?
Yeah, unfortunately.
That's I would if my boss was a giraffe, I would quit too. I would be like, this is actually no, I wouldn't. I would stay. That'd be awesome if your boss was a giraffe.
Yeah, I think maybe a giraffe could run the zoo better, probably.
Ooh, shots fired. Zoo director, get fucked.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. So you work at the zoo. You get to touch koalas, and that's always fun.
No, I make pretzels, man. I just worked at like the food and beverage service.
You make
shit.
pretzels
I don't get to
you make
play in.
pretzels at the zoo.
Yes.
You're like that. You're like, dude. You're like the grandpa from Up. That's a grandpa from Up job that you
Oh
have.
my god, that is so funny.
You're like that guy. How old are you?
I am that guy. I'm 20.
Okay. That's a little too young to be making pretzels at the zoo.
How is that too young to be making pretzels at the zoo?
Because the guy who makes the person that makes the pretzels at the zoo is supposed to like. They don't just make pretzels. They give you inspirational life lessons that can only be fully understood by people who've lived at least 75 years of life.
No, that's not true. I just
That's
make
how
pretzels.
it works in the movies. All right, you make pretzels at the zoo.
It's not
Why
a
is it?
movie.
Why is it? Why does that make you unhappy? Why is that bad?
Like working at the zoo. I mean, it's not like the job itself. Like it's fun. I like seeing the animals and stuff whenever I get to, but it's just like the people who run it have like ruined it hard.
How much of a dick do you have to be to ruin the zoo? What are they doing to ruin it?
they just treat their employees like shit. Like they took away like we would get like a free meal a day, but they like took that away and they make us pay like $20 for like extra uniforms. that we
Really?
need and stuff.
Even the animals get a free meal a day.
I know they treat them better than us.
Have you said that? Have you stormed in? Because that's the perfect thing. That's the perfect thing to say to your boss at the zoo. You treat the animals better than you do us. That's a perfect thing.
Yeah. I mean, I would say that to him, but I don't get to like talk to the big man. Just like there's like people who are in charge of us, and then there's people in charge of them, and then it's like a big thing.
Is making the pretzels the lowest rung of the ladder?
No, I think
Really?
security guards security guards. They get paid less than us.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
You get paid less as a security guard than you do for making pretzels. Let me tell you why that's fucked.
Yeah.
You know what? So I went to a zoo recently in Australia. Shout out to the Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. I went there, and it was the first time I'd ever gone to a zoo where they have a place where it's like an open field sort of thing. There's like a fence, but you can actually go in there and touch and pet kangaroos and emus and all these like big fucked up animals. And I was thinking about this. Thousands of people, and they're very chill. Like little kids run up to them and like, you know, rub all up on them and shit, and like they don't care. They're very docile. They might be drugged. I don't know. But I think about how much, like, you know, thousands of people are going into the zoo every day and interacting with these animals. And they're wild animals. There's no real control there. How much tomfuckery has to be going on? There has to have been at least one incident where a kangaroo kicked an old lady in the face. And the security guard's job is to secure these animals. So how are they? It just seems like an important job. The zoo security guard.
Well, at mine, the security guards just like patrol the zoo. They watch the people more than the animals. But someone actually like fell into the cheetah exhibit like 2 weeks ago.
What was that?
So
what was that like? Did they get fucked up?
I don't think I think the cheetah just kind of like sat there and like looked at him because she was like with her trainer or something. So it was fucking weird. They like locked down the whole zoo. It's crazy.
Somebody fell into the cheetah. Oh, you're literally living in a little Disney movie. You're making pretzels at the zoo, and then a guy comedically fell over into the cheetah exhibit. You're living in a cartoon.
Yeah, it feels like it sometimes.
What I don't want to ask what zoo you work at. What okay. What else is bad with your life? These all sound like good, funny things.
I don't know, just a lot of like, I don't know, family drama and stuff. That kind of thing.
What I mean, you don't have to get into that if you don't want to, but what do you want to?
No, maybe not right now. But we can talk about something else.
That's cool. Honestly, I'm glad. Is it bad that I'm glad that you said no so that we can talk more about the zoo?
I would love to.
There's been a lot. There's been a lot of conversations on this podcast about deep issues between family members, and not a lot about guys falling into cheetah enclosures. So let's balance it out. What's your dream?
Well, it was when I was little. It was like always to like be a zookeeper and stuff. So I guess it's still that. So I'm just like, I don't know, kind of getting closer to that. But
I love that idea though, that you're gonna rise the ranks. This is sick. You're gonna rise the ranks from doing the pretzels to owning the zoo.
Yeah. It honestly, like, it's happened before. People go from like the food service to like being a whole zookeeper and stuff. So it's definitely possible.
That's sweet. I like that idea. I'm trying to think of what else I know about zoos. What's the coolest animal they got at this zoo?
God, I don't know. They have a lot of animals. For me, it's the red pandas. They're really cute. They're my favorite.
Ah. Yeah, I like red pandas. That's the guy from Red, right? Turning Red.
Yeah. That's
a red
at the
panda.
Zoo too.
Yeah,
geckos.
what kind of geckos are they? Day geckos?
Yeah, there's actually one of those, and they have like crested geckos and shit. All the geckos, man.
That's awesome. Do they look like they have any thoughts?
Maybe. Some we don't know about. We're never gonna find out. But
Do
they
they
look
look
like they do.
Do they look sad ever?
I think maybe they do. Just like sitting in that cage all day and just having kids just like smear their faces and lick the glass. It'd make me sad to have to live in there.
Yeah. Well, maybe that. You know what? All right. I'll give you a blessing.
Mhm.
That will cosmically. It won't ensure anything, but it'll cosmically point the universe. And I'm gonna manifest it. I'm gonna cosmically point the universe in the direction of you one day owning the zoo, working your way up from the pretzel making. But you got to do me a favor before I do that.
Yeah.
You got to promise me that when you own the zoo, you will free the geckos.
I promise, Lyle. When I own the zoo, I will free the geckos. You have my word.
Haley, is there anything else you want to... that's probably not your... Is that your name?
Yeah.
Haley, is there anything else you want to say to the people at the computer before we go?
I don't know. Free the geckos, man.
Free the geckos. That's going on a t-shirt. See ya, Haley.
Yay! Thank you. Bye.